Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, yeah. Greetings, salutations. Welcome back to my lab. We are back here for some more Genshin Impact. New update. Yeah. There's the new update is out. It's 3.1. If you've been keeping up, there's a whole list of there's change lag. There's a change lag. There's new content. There's new events. There's some new hero, new character wishes, domains. Don't know what that is. Equipment. Here's the big thing though. Here's the big thing for today, I should say. New main story quest. 2 acts of the chapter. I guess there's new character story quests. 2 new enemies. Yeah. So today we are doing the new Archon quest. So that's what we've got lined up for today. I am super excited to do this. It'll be super fun. Or at least, if it's not super fun, then the last quest set the bar too high. Because the last quest was fantastic. The Sub-Zero Festival, very good. I liked it a lot. I went and unlocked a few points over here. Okay. Oh yes, new zone. They added all of this too in the update. I went and unlocked some waypoints earlier today, just in case the quest takes us over here. I couldn't. There's something over here. Maybe you'll see it today in the main quest, maybe not. So, I wasn't able to clear the flag over that yet. So when I got on the update, Paimon essentially, just gave me a nudge towards where we are going to need to go to continue the main quest. Said we should maybe have a chat with Catherine. So I've been avoiding this particular Catherine like the plague. Not going anywhere near here, just in case even going near here puts us in a cutscene here. I didn't want to stout dearly. We're doing it all. Well, no. We're doing it all on stream. I was going to say we're doing it all right now. Probably not. We're doing a chunk of it on this stream. Stream. I think I said stream. Anyways, my nose is a little stuffy. I'll blame it on that. It did put me in a cutscene when I just got close.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
One moment, let me adjust the sound a little.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Commissions, huh? Let me
It's
think.
not here.
Oh, how about this?
Yeah.
Please attend the Academia's
Maybe.
Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a
It
love poem on
could be.
stage.
It's out to tell.
Say what?
No, it's
And if possible,
Nahida.
also
It's
use your
Nahida.
camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Yeah, it's definitely here. It's Nahida. I feel embarrassed just imagining it.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
It's totally here messing with
In that
us.
case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not
I-
any better.
I really want to get here as a character in my party. No idea how powerful she's going to be. They should totally give her at least some amount of power. But I really want to get her in my party. She's my favorite Archon that we've met so far. Isn't that just asking for a beating?
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the
Nobody.
Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're Nahida, right?
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said,
Yeah.
Abisask? So it's been you this whole time?
Yes, of course, Paimon. Pay attention.
Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of God? What did you dream about? It makes sense that the Akasha doesn't take your dreams away, as it's running on hypnosis is fueling it. It makes sense to me.
It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, Maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, but in reality...
Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity? No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse.
No, more like disappointed
By the way,
in what happened with the festival.
how's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure
Oh, yeah.
a way to take care of Irminsulf's
Yeah.
withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Certainly.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara...
They are our, antagonists. That's a good way to put it. Very
As for how we should pull that off,
sagely way to put it.
somewhere else. There are too many adventurers. Oh,
Yeah.
good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine.
Oh, we're borrowing Catherine? Okay. I thought we'd go meet with Nahida somewhere, but you know. I do like the title of this act I saw it earlier. Did you see that? Dreams, emptiness, deception.
Let's continue our chat here. Okay.
5 feet away. No, a little further.
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, sure. Possess a key figure in the academy. Possess a student and infiltrate the sages' quarters. Could grab someone close to the sages and question them. I don't exactly like any of them, but grabbing someone maybe.
Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. I don't know exactly what to call them. I want to call them the villains. But it's kind of doesn't feel quite right defining them with the term villain, because it's like villain we've got like these other big like overarching threats of the Abyss Order and the Shnaznaya with the forget their god's name. That's Harita. Like we've got those like overarching villains and whatever the god is that stopped the travelers from leaving this world at very stout. So it almost feels a little rude to use a term such as a villain of the academia, because it almost feels like it's giving them too much credit in the story, and it's like, are they really that high up? But then it's also like the things they're doing, it almost feels like maybe they are. They were holding like a nation practically hostage, using it for whatever they want, and almost taking its freedom away. Not just its freedom to live and make choices and stuff, but even its freedom to think. Okay, guys, we'll suggest possessing a key figure.
I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of...
So, possess a lower member. A lower.
I'm guessing not.
Yeah.
But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me.
Yeah.
In any case, I probably can't take over their
If they've paid attention to the urban legends about Lasulode Kusanali's subtlety.
No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't end up doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's exactly what I didn't like. I mentioned I didn't like the idea of suggesting any of those, didn't I? I can't think of anything else, I suppose.
Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense.
Yeah, tell us what you have in mind that we're not allowed to suggest.
A popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people...
We'll join the Academia.
I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham.
Oh, yes.
Like he acts alone.
I like Alhaitham.
Doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
No.
Sataria?
I don't.
Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically.
Still, I don't remember her.
There was festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now.
I'll take your word for it.
Remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
Maybe I remember.
Observing all kinds of people, and Sataria
Like,
has always...
didn't we talk to her twice or something? If it's who I'm in.
She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on,
I'm still wondering if I'm remembering the right person.
the star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light.
Yeah, okay.
Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching
I
the
suppose
earth,
I should
which
listen.
brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
This is no longer just a metaphor.
Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice.
Yeah, I guess she sounds like a great person.
Face her problems again.
A great person to use for our own means.
As an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Cetaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
Okay.
There, let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a...
Yeah, which way? This way? This way. The fortune teller. With
This should
Catherine.
be Cetaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Cetaria?
No, I already have enough information on Cetaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Okay, wait.
Talking style and key characteristics?
Why?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Oh, we're kinda...
Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of course.
Now, is it a real or a fake fortune teller? Cats.
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
It depends which gods.
Animo questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
So it's divine my prospects in health or divine my prospects in love? The second one sounds more interesting. In the health one, it sounds like the results are just going to be boring either way. Let's see what happens for the second one.
No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the
I mean,
orientation of
the
today's
traveler does seem to
is,
do...
suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If
Okay.
you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Well, definitely bring us some food offerings for the cat. I don't even need a reason to use this. An adventurous spider. Okay, you? Who are you?
Is this another one of Cetaria's favorite stalls?
It would have to be, otherwise why would we be here?
It belongs to a king. His father helped
Really?
Cetaria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by.
Oh, I misheard.
When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers, would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh,
Yeah.
I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild?
Indeed, definitely Catherine.
Big?
Nothing is strange at all.
Where did you learn this trade?
Just don't ask Catherine about
You could say
visiting your
I
stall
started with
later.
my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my work turned
Secret
out well.
pottery.
Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
And that's wonderful.
Is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
Oh,
We wish him peace
So-
and happiness in his retirement.
about that.
I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No
Really?
problem.
Someone from the guild
All
is going to buy
good,
something?
Sure to meet your every need.
The Catherine of Sumeru City must be very confused about the goings on of the Adventurers Guild.
This should be our final stop. Sitaria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
Yeah, she's
It's my duty to protect Sumerian citizens,
she is the
after all.
goddess of wisdom. She better be good at doing her research.
I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah,
She knows her stuff, that Nahida.
I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of
Oh no.
talent.
Oh no, another yawn.
I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research.
good
in
job.
Archon's basement. I'm sure I'll get into the academia after their next round of exams.
Nice.
Admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Indeed.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not
Yeah.
usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
I feel like we still haven't been completely filled in on the plan by Nahida.
Student, I'll be happy.
Are we going to get more of the plan?
So,
Like, why exactly we talked to all those people?
3 familiar faces should be enough for Sitaria.
what's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sitaria face her problems.
Sitaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through.
Yeah,
her
sounds good.
abilities.
Oh,
I remember that you
Specifics.
mentioned
Give
that
me
Scarlet
specifics.
and Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King.
yeah,
Although it's
and I've got concerns about that given that we've unlocked the desert now.
Sitaria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sitaria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
If King Dashrat were to criticize Sataria's actions, if King Dashrat was to make demands of Sataria, Oh, those are both weird in a way. Criticize.
So, how do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sitari is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King. And then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King.
Okay.
As long as everything
I
goes
see.
smoothly, we'll get
Just
through to
that's
Sitari
why you
in no time.
tacked to them
She'll
to
never guess that we had anything to do with it.
try to
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on
make sure you're still in a character.
up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? What?
Yeah,
Know how to possess
we don't
That's
possess
no
people.
problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal,
Wow.
you'll basically be as if
Wow.
you possessed them yourself.
She is
That is pretty convenient.
powerful.
But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
I think we might be better
I've
at
been
it.
observing humans for a while. I've never been good at imitating them.
Yeah, I do agree.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
More obvious than some. More obvious to some. I mean,
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
yeah, I guess if it is only
Right,
a short
I'll
time,
see
it's
that girl
acceptable.
tomorrow afternoon.
Especially if we feed the cat. Wait until the following afternoon at 12 o'clock to 18 o'clock. Right, like that. Then we possess some innocent bystanders. Okay.
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Down here, I guess. Yep. Of course, first style, we should know this. There she is.
Oh, here she comes. Satari is here.
Sataria.
Quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot.
Shouldn't we
Possessing them.
already be in a safe
I'll
spot?
sway her to our side. I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Oh yeah, totally know what to say. I'm so good at this type of thing.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Oh, here we go.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Of course.
Should have possessed her just before she got here. And
Your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Des, Are we going to get anything
The
from
cats
the
seem
cat?
pretty worked up. Is something wrong?
Yeah, they can sense
I
that
thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are
something's
their names
wrong.
again?
Harut and Marut.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Yep.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
Indeed.
I'd like to
echo
get another reading
of
on my love
Nahida.
prospects. But to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
Okay, yes.
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
Indeed.
No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
Just a moment, I was adjusting a code. What? Ugh. This is a choice of all things? What? Oh. Here. I'm no longer blocking the text. So, yeah, you can see right there the two options. I have no idea, I don't remember him. I don't remember either, but using my logic, I feel like a hum would be the one I'm more likely not to notice, while I'm more likely to have noticed a oh ho ho ho. So I'm going with the hum. And I don't remember the difference there. So hum.
The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Well, if you're wearing the Kasha terminal.
It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed.
Yeah,
the
that's
gods.
pretty good.
Please pass on my most sincere apologies.
That's pretty
and ask
good.
for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking
Yup.
to me right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The gods
Yep,
are speaking to
the
you,
Scarlet King. King
wisest and
Dashrat.
noblest of all, the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news
Oh,
of the
did
Scarlet
he?
King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Well, this changes things. Remember how I was saying, it's hard to call them a villains. But at the same time, I kind of want to. This is leaning more towards the villain name. A misinformation campaign.
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
What? Oh, that's where Catherine was hiding a moment ago with
Ran off in a
Primer.
hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done.
This doesn't seem like it's going to work quite as well.
Anything amiss? To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the
But
core.
that's a bit about
Nahida,
to be in a misinformation campaign.
human emotions really well after all.
Oh,
Uh,
there's some
are we going to skip over that?
theories. In any case, my time
It's
has been found
important.
a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria.
Misinformation campaign.
He's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
Two senses with Nahida. Interesting that it's just getting that for doing it once. Okay, up here. The Pattery? Or some? Was it Pattery? It was Pattery, right?
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Oh, okay, so here's how I remember it. He does pottery because it's his passion. Something like his father did masonry? I don't remember gardening mentioned. I don't know why he'd be asking for masonry work though. But maybe he was. I don't remember masonry!
Right, your old man's craft. How could I forget?
Yeah.
Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
Oh! He's feeling a lot better. He's rocking him all now.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking
I
a lot
don't
about
know.
him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually,
then.
while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yes!
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
Okay,
If
here
you
we
could
go.
find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a
Actually, he's already,
always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
or something.
So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King.
Wow, this feels a little out of character, honestly.
From the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
I wasn't too harsh, was I?
Really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her.
I feel I was too harsh, to be honest.
But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Is it really good? You're not going to
Come on, Sataria.
explain. Okay, yeah, anyways.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately?
Like people getting possessed randomly.
Someone was trying to preach to you about something?
No, I've been I've been spending all my time studying in the basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
It was.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
Indeed, random people
question.
contributing
You
to
make
the
it sound
Scarlet
like I should be
King.
ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one
It
who is
kind of-
ashamed? You who
It
works
kind
side
of
by
doesn't
side
make
with the academia
sense.
and treats
It's
people
like-
as nothing more than experimental subjects.
We're using the Scarlet King with... I guess the Scarlet King is an enemy of Right There Lord Rukadavata. We were working with Lasso Lord Kusanali and the Academia, although they're almost, I don't know, spatially closest to Lasso Lord Kusanali. I mean, they live very close together. In reality, they're still following the dead god Rukadavata, and we're using a different dead god to try to pull someone from the academia away. And the only of the gods that is alive is being completely left out of the conversation. It's kind of a weird situation. I'm eager to see where this goes.
Please, please stop!
She doesn't much like this. I'm not sure I like doing it like this.
Problems.
Did I push too hard? You think?
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
What is she talking to the guards about?
Quick, get ready.
Quick, get ready.
Mercenary,
Oh, what?
you're a member of
Oh,
the
no.
Authority, correct?
Wait,
Please help
what's
me
going
get
on?
a message to the Matra right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the
Are
city.
we possessing her?
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted
Yeah.
many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sitara,
Okay.
nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him
Wow,
will pay the price.
we were messing with her a bit too much, if you ask me.
Tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question.
I tuned.
You
Oh,
make
it's
it
still
sound
going.
like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sitari,
Wow.
why haven't you gone home?
Wow.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more
Wow.
believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling.
Remind me. Remind me. Never to get on Anahida's bad side. Especially not while I'm wearing an Akasha terminal.
I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You should follow your
You
heart.
won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
Oh, maybe a different god.
The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
Okay.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
I think it's a bit early to celebrate, honestly, with that great we've finally convinced her. A little early to celebrate, yeah.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zero's festival.
Oh, don't let
But I know very
the
little
public
about the
overhear what
scope of
you're
the
saying.
overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
Is that the new 5-star hero? No, probably not. I don't think so. But maybe? Yeah, let's find out who it is.
We will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting...
I am concerned about
more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the
But it's going to be cooler to see more of the Academia.
So...
which we've seen essentially none of.
If I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon?
Yeah.
That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars.
Yep.
Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Yeah. Nahida. Lasso, load, Kusanali. Go talk to him. Oh, just bring the documents to Kusanali.
He's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a...
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of Wisdom and Guardian of the Scholars?
No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed...
The truth.
Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Do we ever know when we're meeting on the right? Catherine. 19 to 24. Wait, what was it? The following night, okay. So 1, then 19 to 24. And I got it right on the hour. Very nice. I gave a thumbs up when I said very nice, but you couldn't see that.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can't we just call her Nahid?
We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a
Oh, yeah, then
If something
I think it might be a
the
trap.
only trump card we'll be able to
I do.
play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Really?
Exactly, just what Paimon was thinking.
I doubt Paimon was thinking that.
Okay, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Don't you feel like something is
Off? What do you feel is off?
It's just a little too quiet around.
The middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual.
Okay, Paimon. We are conspiring against the group that rules an entire country, and they rule it through mental manipulation. I think a little paranoia is appropriate here. Just say.
If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Setaria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long
Yeah.
as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
I have concerns. Like, can the academia...
There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Setaria managed to distract all the guards.
I have concerns about if the academia could get to Nahida, wherever Nahida is, while we're doing and thus take out our partner in this situation without being physically present where we are. In a way, having a presence in both locations. Now, taking out Nahida when she's a guard is perhaps challenging, but also perhaps simple. It's tough to know. It's tough to know. We've got the whole cutscene here. What's going to happen? It's not just going to be accepting a paper and taking it back, because that would not be a cutscene.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns.
Oh no.
And to a rather spectacular
Wait, who is this?
even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am.
Okay.
Although these days they tend
Is
to...
this? Oh, it's... Yeah.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
Oh no.
The people
Are they under control?
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their
Yeah.
terminal.
Yeah.
Now they can
That's-
deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this
I'm
traveler
very
is a
happy.
hero who has just saved the world.
That could change it to like the opposite very easily, maybe.
They can no
So-
longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do? These are all just just regular people.
Yeah, we're not fighting.
You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't.
Yeah, we needed to
Nor can I
do
abandon
something.
the people of Sumeru.
Did you see that? It was... Oh. She has a very specific set of skills.
We'll meet again.
This is how we now know that this Catherine has Nahida possessing.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be
Yeah.
the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
I'm not sure. That guy was pretty
We're
terrifying.
running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a
Well,
high-ranking one.
Paimon,
That guy was
clearly you aren't as generous savvy as I am.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember?
Well, not exactly generous savvy, but I've observed a bit of a pattern.
Got expelled from the academia, came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
Yeah, both of these. The scale and the number of pouches. I never even considered that the scholar might be someone who's Fatui. That never even crossed my mind. Wow. Silly me.
Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
Yeah, we need to reunite with Nahida, but that might be difficult.
Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's find someone else who might be in. Oh, I suppose, yeah, Tainari, that's
Sages to work on
totally
some project when we were
who I
staying
was
with them in
thinking
the
of.
Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose.
Yeah, let's... Sure, Gandalville might have said that those two correct? Maybe? Anyways, we are... Here. Gandalville. Wait. Oh no. The start of contamination. No, don't tell. Why? I want to do the main quest. I want to do the main quest, not this quest.
This is where you've been, Tiny? That's...
We've just been chased out by a Fatui. How are we now?
Tainari,
I'm
everything's spinning.
more interested in
Am I going to die? Tell Mom.
I'm more interested in the saving of
And
the
tell I'm sorry
whole
for
Sumeru
boy.
country than
I didn't tell her
Yes.
because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds out
I'm sure it's a good
Is that
quest,
true?
but
I feel like I'm getting...
I want to do it in my own time. Not well, in
Is he?
in the time of my choosing, not
Okay, enough.
now.
You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest.
Really?
No can do. You're...
Oh,
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you...
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the... It's different from before. After I got out.
Could it be?
So that's how this...
Yep, contaminated region. Go on, yeah.
Traveling.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's step out
Yep,
for now.
yep. I'm...
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him
Your
some
son.
antipyretics. I told
Okay.
him he would feel better after
Go
his
on.
medicine and rest, but
Faster.
symptoms resemble
Attack
fever,
faster.
But something else is causing them.
What do we do? Mr.
If memory serves, a small
We're
number grows
gathering the
against
plants now instead of saving
unable
the
to
city.
forest's climate. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her...
All right.
Okay, no, we're not. Okay.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
No,
Yep. Is it a
but
new
I
one?
guess it's what we're saying is the reason.
Doesn't seem
I
like
guess
one.
we're doing the stories at
Scale,
the round.
condition, the only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance.
We feel the same.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first, and there's no time to waste. We have...
Okay. Please go and... Yes. 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 Okay. See, now the issue is I'm going to get back to that quest eventually, and I might not remember how it started. Hopefully that doesn't matter when I get to it. Up here? Oh, the cutscene.
there.
And now we're walking the other way.
Traveler and a floating ferry. We've got you all right. Take a look around.
Hey, why don't we join your side?
And right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Core of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
You want to join us?
We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get.
Well, we're kind of fighting them right
We
now.
are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as
The Outcast.
The outcast? An outcast from the academia?
Oh, the doctor. Oh, really?
But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Yeah, advantage of the resources. I guess that makes sense. Maybe I was thinking more like so as not to get the Fatui involved in the Akasha network sort of stuff.
Time for a light show.
I have been working on raising my character's power a bit since the last stream, and I think I've succeeded a bit. Not a ton necessarily, but I think my characters are a bit more powerful. I do need to raise the rolled level soon, but
Fire hazard.
I want more characters up to level 80 before I raise the roller level.
It isn't over yet. Here comes reinforcements.
Oh, Mo. Okay, shoot. Let's go.
Your grand finale.
Yunjin and Annihilate. Combining Yunjin's ability with...
That was pretty rough.
Fireworks.
What elite
Are very
mercenaries are like?
explosive. It probably won't be long before we see more of them, I guess.
Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an going up against smart people is...
I wonder if he and Tainari know each other? In that case, maybe? I mean, tough to say for sure yet. Okay, Tainari, where are you? Somewhere down here, I guess. Over here.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing alright? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari has taken me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Kale!
It seems that Kirin Erminasal is around it.
Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Sad.
Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago.
Really?
Headed to Party's DI. He left? What? Isn't Tainari always saying that he never...
Yeah.
Here too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though.
Okay.
I only found out that he left through a message he left behind.
Ooh.
He made sure to delegate all his tasks
This is
to his
weird.
schedule.
This is weird.
To leave in such a hurry? Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia. And Partis DI is
okay,
something like
yeah.
the Amorta's research base.
I was going to try to repeat that, but it's a bad idea.
I know that before
I
he
won't
became a
manage to
forest
say it
watcher,
very
Master
well.
Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI. A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what
Wait,
kind of research
I don't
Tainari
know where
will.
that
We don't
place
have a lot of
is.
time, so let's go look for him at Partis
I want to
DI.
look. Yeah, let's see. Please take care of yourself, Akale.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Indeed.
Got it. Will do.
Okay, now, where is this place? Oh, yes! I actually came here for the first time today to unlock this waypoint. I was not only unlocking some waypoints in the desert, but all around Sumeru. Nahida sure is... she was wise. Yeah, that's how I put it.
Wait, look who it is!
Catherine!
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you.
You haven't been reprogrammed by the doctor.
Union, but you're ruining...
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water.
She's fine. I'm kind of surprised, honestly.
feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I believe you.
But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people...
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds.
Yeah.
Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into this instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations.
Okay. That's good. That's less
Luckily, I managed to
less scary.
mind jump away
For one.
from him just as he was about to capture me.
What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards.
I think it's
Also,
really
the doctor is already an expert
bad
at
thing.
modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
Yeah, our position will only get worse. Sorry, I was distracted by something for a moment. I'm not now.
Combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the fatigue.
He's number 2. I didn't pay attention to that.
Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI?
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced her destination
Nice.
by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't
Is
come
Tainari
in
here?
person, right?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Yeah, but he's also not a big fan of the Academia. So, if I'm remembering right, it has been a bit. Here's the door. Hello, who are you? You're not controlled by the Fatui, are you?
It is you!
Wait.
The voice! It's Hypatia!
Hypatia. Who's this? I mean, I totally know who Hypatia is. I'm just yeah, long time no see.
Surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Yeah, what a pleasant surprise.
She's a scholar we met via Vidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called?
Yeah, yes, I totally remembered that this was
That's right, we're old
here.
friends. You've come
And
just
I
the right time.
almost think I know who I'm talking to now.
Hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
Yeah.
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Really? Nahida.
Congratulations!
You're truly amazing.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and
Did
unparalleled
it really?
that was.
Nahida?
Sounds incredible!
Nahida care to enlighten the us? Actually, we're here for Tainari. We're in a hearing, so let's chat. We were here for Dinah. We know who he is.
Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise.
You made a promise to us, apparently.
I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insight.
Oh, sure. If you know, then...
Myself has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
Really? I don't know whether to believe her on this stuff or not. Do you believe her, Nahida? That's what I've been wanting to ask.
But if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect.
Okay, if we have Nahida protecting my consciousness,
I brought some spiritual
I
with me.
trust
This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
it a little.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand.
Oh, I didn't have a great reaction to it last time.
Okay.
Oh, hopefully it doesn't go too badly.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled.
There was Electro.
The first to betray me was a god. My creator.
Oh,
My mother.
it's the Balladeer.
Valuing
Is that his
strength
name?
above all.
Something like that.
She saw no worth in me and I was discarded.
Why are we getting like a vision of the Balladeer?
My
Oh,
family,
something.
my friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination.
Okay.
The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest.
Oh, what happened?
Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
Did he die?
Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance.
Oh, what?
I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest.
I'm not sure I like the Balladeer.
Worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human.
Seems a little,
Then it
crazy.
will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis.
A supreme gnosis, huh?
Divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Yeah, that was something. This is neither the Greater Lode's consciousness nor Keenan Dashret.
Did we actually just see the Balladeer's memories?
Indeed. Indeed we did. Yes.
But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it,
Could
right?
he be causing the withering?
Such a majestic god!
Oh no.
Such a noble will! Such sublime
Oh no.
emotion! Alas,
She's
shame.
been...
If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
She's
Oh,
been,
merciful God,
charmed
grant me
by
forgiveness
the
and
Balladeer.
salvation.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid
yeah.
this is no Purina life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia.
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor?
No, it's
That's
the
how
Balladeer
powerful
who
it
is
should be.
filled with malice.
already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Yeah, I agree. Oh no. Oh, don't. It'll be more difficult if you... What happened? Don't break here. What was that? Nahida's back where she lives. And I don't think she lives in a terribly great place. Oh no. The Balladeer has located her. Oh no. Just the bad news all around. Though the Balladeer isn't...
Okay, we finally lost him.
Exactly. Okay, what? Gasp.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
I'm back? What just happened?
Controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right
Yeah, that's
before
fine.
the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
Our minds swapped places.
You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's?
Indeed.
Then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
Hopefully back.
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology.
Does Tainari know who Nahida is?
Consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night,
Yeah.
a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no!
Even in a moonless...
The sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time.
Even in a moonless night. So she is the moon. The illusion and... We might need help from the desert, I feel.
Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in a code that only we know.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh, could we be the starlight?
Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero Festival.
Yes, they are.
Nahida used a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
Sataria. Moon refers to Nahida.
That makes a lot of sense. Huh, but she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about?
Yeah, you say too much, Paimon.
The Dendro Archon?
Indeed.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself.
Yes,
I've spent
yes,
some
I
time with you,
think so.
and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh,
That's helpful.
actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah.
Yeah.
that. While
Yeah.
I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I know what the project is about. I just received some new intel.
Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The academia is tuning the balladeer into a god.
Do
A
you have
little.
evidence?
Whoa. Hypatia also showed a so-called divine. I saw a nascent god under construction. Yeah.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad.
The other scholars who went mad, you say?
The consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Yeah.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self.
That all makes sense.
Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the
Would
desert,
have been
doomed to a life of exile at Aru village.
good to know
I knew the
about
but I still didn't
Hypatia
expect them to do something as
before we came.
elegant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
Yeah, the Fatui may have panned the flames.
And the Balladeer.
Both.
We have 2 Fatui
This
Harbingers
is-
in Sumeru. Sounds
Yeah,
like
we
time.
there's no way we can take on both of them. There's no way we can fight both the Doctor and the Balladeer.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert for now. Oh, sure. Yeah, sure.
How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now.
Tainari?
I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fast to come find me here if there's anything else I can do.
Okay, yep.
Hopefully Hypatia will feel better.
And the geezer from a certain god. Actually, let me check. And here. Oh, be viewed as the savior of the world by the citizens, controlled by the Dotar. Triumph of the imagination. The god gazes backward in his Scaramouche is past after being connected to the divine consciousness. I think it's a very bad idea for a mortal to be connected to a god who despises both mortals and the god. It's just, unhealthy. Maybe we're lucky that we might not exactly be either a mortal or a god.
It's pretty lively here.
I'm not sure. The traveler is something else, kind of.
Oh, wow. remembers
Yep,
hearing
I've seen a
people
little
call
of it
this
so
the
far.
Wall of Samiel. It's made to block
Wall of
sandstorms coming
Samiel.
outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Perhaps. Truly uninspiring.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Ah, Alhaitham. I like this guy. Hello. Alhaitham! Over here. I do question.
Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, I do. But he's my favorite characters so far in this questline. I like Nahida more though, but you know. We did mention Alhaitham to Nahida.
What the? Where
I
did
think
he
that's
go?
a good thing.
How did we lose him?
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were
Yeah.
careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Alhaitham.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
Oh,
All I
that's
did was
good.
correct
That's
a mistake
nice
I
of you.
happened to come across. It's a habit I developed.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here.
Yeah.
Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
Oh.
I
So you've already
feel like
put
he's
yourself
someone
on
we can
Academia's hit
trust.
list. I can't say that I didn't expect it.
I feel like I trust him more than Tainari.
However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. You do have a point.
Well, no, I don't think so. Because I think he knows that we could have taken the Eremite.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
Indeed.
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Yeah, I
Unfortunately,
was wondering
I've run into some
if we'd
difficulties.
pick up the
Everyone says
Divine
the
Knowledge capsule
originated in the desert and was eventually moved to
line
Port Ormos.
again at some point.
If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how
Are
the
we going to
capsule
do that
was
again
taken.
soon, maybe?
Which
Who
brings
knows?
me back to you
Well,
and why you're so
plenty
interesting.
of people, just not
The
me.
leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you...
Won't forget me. Yeah. Oh yes, I remember that.
You really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is a little complicated.
Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to
Yeah, I
your
do
chest.
trust you, but
that does prove you do
that
have
doesn't
some
mean I
useful
should share
about
the
divine
information
knowledge.
with you.
Am I right?
Indeed.
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same.
Indeed we are. Want to come with us?
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the
I
desert.
think we were already
You'll probably
suggested.
have more resources
Wait,
and intel
no,
than
it
anywhere
was
else.
just mentioned.
Well, would you like to head there together?
Yeah, let's head there together.
Better to travel with someone you know. Let's go.
Yeah, here we go. To Aru Village. Wait, do I have a waypoint? I do. Let's make it faster. Even though the scenery is nice, I want to do the story. The story is what we're here for.
Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place!
New cutscene. We're getting a lot of cutscenes today. Oh, hello. It's no pain. Well, I'm going to learn how to pronounce his name now. Okay, stop fighting us. Don't think we're in a position to each other. Use your claw. Do the claw thing.
Sino.
Oh, you two know each other, don't you?
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Haytham.
The General
Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more...
I played the Try Me for him, Sino. He has so much fun. I'm torn between saving my Primo Gems for Albedo, which I really want, or for rolling for Sino. It's a tough decision.
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
I don't think so.
Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you...
Yeah, I would very much like to know
yes.
Who he is exactly.
Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia.
What of the Matra?
He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crime.
Oh!
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham.
Oh no.
Blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single
Shouldn't
word
you be
that comes out of his mouth.
maybe hunting
I've
us
been
then?
pursuing this scribe
This
for
is
a
the
long
case.
time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him. Yeah, your side is not really. It wasn't really a choice there. It was just a thin ice. Yeah.
Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve
He has it. I forgot. Did I know that? I don't know.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
We'll go to the Try Me after this conversation. Now, if you haven't seen he's cool. So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why,
oh, yeah,
as
that's
General Mahamatra of the
good
Academia,
question.
are you
Good
all
question.
alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given
He
a mission
disappeared to hunt
let's say,
Alhaitham.
morally
Or maybe
if I was the
something else.
real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority
Maybe
and
to
resources
hunt
to
the
judge me
traveler.
within the walls of the Academia?
Mission from the sages.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either.
Well, look at you two acting
Oh,
all
look who it is.
Wait, Dia?
Dia.
gotta help us out
Can we
here.
trust her?
Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that
Paramount?
way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen,
Yeah?
I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dea. They're still looking for an opportunity.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong.
Sandstorm?
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Hello.
Oh, this wind is...
I noticed question mark names. Who is it? Candace.
You two? Jeez, are all of you academia
Recognize
folks
the
such
name
hard work?
Candace.
Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
I think I know the character Candace. Not in the game, but from let's see. Okay, we'll see in a minute, I think. Maybe. We'll see.
Well,
That.
this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Yeah.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon.
You have my
There's
gratitude.
no need to thank me.
Did I give you your name somewhere like in relation to Genshin, but I don't remember seeing a picture of the character.
Sister. Unlike those guys.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we shall return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Yeah. She's a more the violent type, isn't
There's
she?
no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather,
You've lost.
I've chosen to exile myself.
Do you know about the
A little while
current
ago,
plans
I discovered that
and
there was
such
data missing in the
of
academia
academia?
planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person
Yeah.
with the erroneous data was
The
none other than
grand
Sage Azal.
sages
I tried
might
to
be
investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request.
trapped.
But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
Then what is it even supposed to be? That
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then decided to exile
To
yourself?
flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
Yeah.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Yeah, it means he wasn't sent to investigate us. Which would be a big problem. Oh yeah, that's a good point. There wasn't necessarily any honesty there.
Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
Yeah, that's
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Sages were watching me from the very beginning.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you knowledge.
A little suspicious.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge
Yeah, that's what I was just...
That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
But the Divine Knowledge Capsule is not the knowledge that they were talking about.
With the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Perhaps. But perhaps not. They could have perhaps been planning something a bit different, but you know, who am I to judge? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
I still think I'm of the opinion that he should have told me. He should have let me know. Hey, traveler, did you know that the academia hiring people to investigate you, to tail you and keep an eye on you? You know, that would have been nice of him to let us know.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine.
It seems unlikely at this point.
I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think she has a lot to clear up.
So boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that...
Yep.
Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style.
Yeah, it certainly is her style.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Growl?
Whoa!
A little concerning.
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Oh, creatures!
In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
One second. I was just trying to check something really quick while they wrapped up the conversation. And where are we going over here? Oh, wait. It's going to put us... Oh, no, it isn't. Character, okay. Okay, Candace is one of the new characters, okay. I was trying to remember if this was Candace or not. The two new characters at the moment are Candace and Sino. Sino is a lot of fun. I should have gone from the top instead of going down the stairs. Would have been...
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
What creatures?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Ooh, oh, it's the Rift
I got
Wolves.
interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Okay, indeed.
Time for a light show.
Fire. We've defeated the Golden Rift 12 loads or something before. No problem dealing with little ones.
Another wave. When are they ever gonna let up?
No trouble at all. We're leaving here.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Okay.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Oh, another question mark person. Who are you?
Who are you?
Ah, my apologies.
I'm guessing the
to greet you yet. I had
leader
my
of the
hands full
village.
taking care of the village's elderly and children.
Just a guess.
I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually
I
calls
think
me
I was
Uncle
right.
Anpu.
It's a pleasure.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably
That
connected to
does make
Irminsul.
sense. It's, yeah.
These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in our
I think there's got to be a connection in some way. I don't know
Speaking of which,
what way between the Balladeer and
Who are they?
the Withering,
Village guards
but
like
I'm not certain.
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia.
Oh.
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert.
Yeah, I remember Tainari bringing it up.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see
Will I
what
do?
can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
You don't have to be
by how you think.
so antagonistic with each other, Alhaitham.
Guilty? I will eliminate you.
More antagonism, okay. Yeah. Yep. I mean,
You're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations.
I'll help too, apparently.
Oh, these poor
I
scholars.
guess.
First they lose their sanity, now this! But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him, I guess. What? Why are we doing this?
Do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Sure. It seems like we have suddenly veered off from the quest of important stuff to do with the Patui and the Academia to helping exilers out.
Myself into exile. I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as a village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here.
Okay.
When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety.
And something to do with a village keeper or mad scholar.
Caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was
Okay, so they're able to
the people of Aru
soothe Ilmanasola's pain.
And began to refer to them as the village.
And
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
No, maybe they gain a connection that Nahida can utilize, I guess.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities.
Okay, yeah, now I'm on board with finding the mad
The
scholars.
system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Yeah.
So, what do you make of the story?
The mad scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
You know much about her, Sino?
You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
Okay,
No,
Paimon, you don't make
so
it
much
sound
that I don't believe
believable,
you.
but...
I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Yes, but she's just
the
a very
Academia has always
subtle.
placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser
Yeah.
Lord Kusanali. And I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me,
They really try to minimize her.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
We saved Sumeru City together in the not so distant
many
past.
years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
And I'm not.
Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yeah, but never in person.
Our Archon has been amongst us
I'm
this
a little concerned about that.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said
You
than done,
betcha.
especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa.
Is he a village keeper?
Referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him
Grandpa is just Grandpa. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please.
Is he a village keeper? You use the phrase
So
that's
you're
the
the one who
use.
was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was. But I had a...
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino!
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted
Please
to...
help him, Sino. Yeah, come on. Come on, Sino. Here we go. Here we go, Sino. To find someone. Oh, here. Says lower. What? Higher, 8 meters. Oh wait. Yeah. Fine, yeah. Sino asks Isak to wait nearby. Okay.
Is this what all the...
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he...
Huh? You knew?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping on... Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time.
So
various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later,
what? An elderly Medscan.
Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man.
Okay, we're going to go
The
get.
scholar was unkempt in appearance and
We're
incoherent.
going to go get him.
Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him.
Didn't approach him.
One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars.
Was it the
Fell
grandpa?
asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him.
Was it Nahida?
However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take
But
you somewhere
he
fun?"
didn't know the stories.
Grandpa, could you tell me stories?
But he
about
was a homo scholar, so he should still have been able to
Seems like they both deserve some...
maybe tell some stories.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we need to find one of these. So, if they've got you trapped, it doesn't necessarily matter.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
She's just very subtle.
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys!
Indeed it is.
Let's go find your grandpa. Really?
We'll go do it.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the...
Dreams, emptiness, and deception are completed. Quest, here we are. Okay, Act 4 now. So I think we will finish. No, what I mean is we will not do more of this act right now. We'll do more of this act on the next stream, which, you know, is actually tomorrow. But we do have one other thing to do on this stream. I wanted to. Why don't we go and do test run for Candace and Sino, since we just attacked to both of them. Seems like a very appropriate time to show them. I have test run Sino, but I have not test run Candace. Will do both really quick. Okay, so look at this. His skills really cool. So he's got this dash thing. Well, a very short little dash spear through thing. But the really cool thing is his burst. So we'll just get that charged really quick. When he bursts, he does this claw, and then we can time his new elemental skill with the this overlay that goes on the screen. You'll see here. And then when his overlay here is a giant claw thing, and overlay there, giant claw, and again big old claw. It's a little here. See, it's a bit smaller if you don't time it right. Just like that, it's smaller. But if you time it, bigger, more damaging. Really worth it to time it. So fun too. It's a really fun place to. They're not timed right there. Still a damaging and such, but.
I'm used to it. You stand condemned. Through me, justice is served.
That whole claw animation, very cool.
Your penance is due.
In some ways, I almost feel like this is how Razor should have been.
You stand condemned.
But he's not. Anyways, I've done it already. Now let's do Candace's real quick. Test run. I'll actually be test running these myself because I haven't played any of them. But here's Candace. We're just doing the two new ones. The two new ones that were just in the holding her skill causes her to deploy a shield. Yeah. Nearby opponents and grants a crimson You have the Crimson Crown estate. Fuse the attacks of your own active character who wields swords, claymores, and polearms with Hydro. Okay. Well, let's see if I got that. I don't think it sounds too complicated, so...
Too easy.
Okay. Okay, pretty simple, I think. Let's see that again. So, we charge it with a few hits and hit them back. A little bone. Feels like there's several of those in the game already. But we then infuse our attacks. Basically our own melee attacks, I think any of the melee weapons gets an infusion. Yeah. And we've got a little shielded bash. Then back to infusing. That's...
You're exposed.
Okay. Now, yeah, I'm not too interested in getting here as a character. So far not. I mean, fine, but... She seems fine, but not like... Nothing I'd go out of my way to acquire. Okay. Want to hit me? Okay, so it does have a time limit to the charge. I didn't release that one. There we go, spinning. Want to try hitting him? No, you're not going to do it. Okay.
Hear my prayer.
Surrendering allegiance.
Let's use those. I mean, I guess her ability goes pretty well with some elemental reaction stuff, but her ultimate.
We shall prevail.
Oh, so sorry.
But that doesn't make it terribly interesting or anything.
Let's spark things up a little.
Do your worst. Grant us your blessing.
Yeah, there it is. Exit. Yeah, I'm not thrilled, but so I just know I'm not going to be wishing on here. I collect my reward. So honestly, now and the next like 16 days, yes, I'm going to be thinking about whether I want to spend my primo gems that I've been saving up and wishing for. Sino. Don't know yet. Because the thing is, Albedo and Nilu are the 5 stars that come up after for the next event in 16 days. Oh, I've been wanting Albedo. He's an alchemist. Have you seen any alchemists around? I wonder. No? Yeah, I need to get him since he's an alchemist. It's just what has to happen, unfortunately. I'm duty bound here. My hands are tied. But I've had fun. I've been looking forward to this stream for a while. I hope you have also enjoyed it. And do always try to have a blast. Until next time.